day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're right, 'cause it's time to give you a nice follow-up to this video right here. 2 months ago, on November 16, 2025, I sat here and said, guys, look at my Rust inventory. As you'd know, I have several accounts. I grabbed all the Rust skins from them, chucked them onto my main account, and in total, I had over 55,000 Rust skins. A lot of people thought, Hedge, you're insane, you're silly, you're crazy. I know. But you watched me for a reason. Anyway, all of that, it was almost worth $80,000. But you might find it a bit funny in a second, because I did lock my account, I froze it, I set it to private. On SEMM, it's basically been, hasn't been synced since, 2 months ago. And you might be, surprised to find out that the price of it's gone up. Well, you shouldn't really, because you should be fully well aware during January time is post-Christmas time. The best time to save Rust skins, because lots of people are playing Rust at the moment. So basically, from November, we had Christmas time, so November into December. Loads of people want Christmas skins, best time to sell your Christmas skins. But then after that, literally, when it hits December 26, time for post-Christmas. Post-Christmas is just after Christmas, literally like all the way through until the end of January time. Right now, it's still in the middle of January time, and I'm pretty sure you've been having a fun time selling your Rust skins, because of course they're still on the up. But basically, what I'm going to go ahead and showcase to you, how much have I raised since November 16? How many skins have I sold in total? Start guessing. Feel free to comment below what your thoughts were, and then tell me a response when you're surprised to hear how much it actually was. So, 55,000 Rust skins plus, and of course, worth almost 80,000. Let's remind you, on the day, I took the screenshot, so just over 55,000 skins, and it said, just over 79,000. Now, do take note, look at all the skins here. The exact same skins that you see over to here. Now, I actually had to lock it properly again, the next day. So it says on the 17th of November. I fumbled it a little bit. But anyway, you can see 55,345 skins. Inventory value, 96,500. What? But it's the exact same skins. I mean, there's a few more, but it wasn't like anything special. So what gives? Well, like I said, it's post-Christmas. Right now, it's still January 2026. Prices have been improving wonderfully. Lots of people are playing Rust. There's more demand for skins. Prices have improved. It's the best time to sell your skins. So, of course, in a minute, you might be surprised to find out I probably have sold a lot of skins. And you might be surprised to find out how much I've raised. Now, it's all on Steam as of now, and some of you are going to sit there and say, Hedge, what do you do next with it? Oh, I just put it back into Steam. This is my favourite game. Buying and selling. Sorry, but it is. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and figure out how much I've raised first of all. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to unprivate my account, and we're going to see how much I've actually managed to sell over the course of 2 months. So from November 16 all the way to January 16. There you go. So it's a little bit late, but yeah, just wanted to kind of leave it till now. So let's switch out over to here. So this is SEMM at the moment, and you might notice we're still waiting for the first 24 hours of sales for this roster right here. Yeah. But if you just go to the top left, you'll see that there's an inventory leaderboard. And as you might notice, at number 7, lucky number 7, Hedge is right there. He hasn't synced for 2 months. And as you might notice, yep, it's the exact same price and amount of skins that we just saw right over to here. It's been real buggy and real slow today trying to get this to work. But it's working now. Thank you. So, yep, you can see it's pretty much the exact same thing you saw with the screenshot. I had to take the screenshot just in case. Chat, how much do you reckon I raised over the course of 2 months? You know I've been dedicated trying to get all these sales in. So I actually took a break between the 23rd of December all the way up to the 8th of January. We did have the extra Art of Rust stream, didn't we? Yes. But how much funds do you reckon I managed to acquire? Let's go ahead and start figuring that out. So let's go ahead and showcase to you my momentum. Yep. So ever since November 18, I don't know why I started November 18 here, whatever. I think what it was is I forgot to actually write this down for the actual first video. I know. Anyway, the price, the amount of funds you see here honestly wouldn't have been that much different as of the 16th. I had nothing. I only had 2 accounts that could actually do anything. It wasn't a fun time. So anyway, we started off with 8 accounts in total, £139 in the main account, 91 in the second, 74 in the third, 76 in the fourth, 63 on the fifth, 63 on the sixth, 1,435 on the 7th, and 1,582 on the 8th. Now, basically, as time progressed, whilst I was putting an effort in to sell some skins, but not really initially, and you'll see that in a second, but basically, I wanted to make sure I sold my skins in a reasonable manner. I don't want to accidentally ruin certain skins. But also, as this, as time was going on, we did see some pretty interesting looking rust stores, and Hedge had to make a move. All right, certain skins that appeared, I thought, you know what, I got to jump into that. So we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, November 18, you'll notice over the course of a week it goes up. So I started selling Christmas skins around then. Not tons of them, but just a little bit. And again, the difference from here to here really isn't that much. And we did perk up these accounts a little bit. So, all right, that was cool. But hang on a minute. But why does it instantly go down? There's a cool looking rust store. So, starting December 2025, Hedge just really didn't have that much to work with. Oh, you're going to be impressed with what we're about to see. So, only these two accounts could do buy orders. And it did get to a point where I could only use one account to do buy orders. So, let's just slowly move to the right. Now into the first and second week of December. So the funds are starting to rise back up again, and oh look, Hedge went and bought some more stuff, typical. But, the things we're seeing, they were looking really impressive. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to be that crazy for the Christmas skins and the Christmas rust stores. I thought I'd be alright to spend some funds now. I could just stick with one buy order, make it nice long-term, low-ball buy order. It should be fine. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Anyway. So we've had our first rust store for Christmas 2025, and lo and behold, we have the gingerbread sheet metal double door with all that transparency. And we also happen to have that tier 3 armor, but I was mainly interested in the sheet metal double door, so yeah. Hedge decided to jump in and, grab a bunch of that. So as you look over through this, you might notice, wow, you didn't really raise that much. Not with the Christmas skins. But the second it's December 26th, we go from boop to boop. Yeah, so Hedge actually spent quite a chunk. And, over the course of just a few days, boom! Look at that, look at the difference. So basically, from there, I have been selling and selling and selling and selling. January 2nd, one day after January Force Wipe. And don't forget, the Force Wipe was literally on January 1st, 2026. Lots of people did turn up. We had, in total, about 246,000, if I can recall. So lots of people turned up. And from here, it was expected throughout January, lots of people will be playing Rust. The overall, average monthly player count would be high. There is also the hope that for February Force Wipe, with the naval update coming out, we're expecting that a lot of people will be turning up for that. Fingers crossed. Because if there is a possibility that this post-Christmas momentum could roll into and go through February as well. Fingers crossed. We'll see. But I'm certainly not complaining about as of now. So, as you'll notice, I've only got 3 accounts with 4 digits. But as we move over to here, oh, look at that. Over the course of 4 days, this went from here to here. What? Well, great time to sell your skins. Everybody wants to buy skins. So then we slide over to here. Notice this account right here, only 81. Oh, look, there you go, 871. What? Yep. So literally just a few days ago, we were over to here, and we're already starting to get lots more accounts on the up. But now, this is what we're like over to here. So I do believe this is the first time ever I'm sitting here talking about the progress with the second video, that being this one. I don't actually have all of my accounts fully filled out. Now you might sit there and say, oh no, is this a bad thing? Not really. I mean, if you scroll all the way back over to here, you might notice that I had next to nothing to begin with. So yeah, literally nothing, only double digits. And the progress I made actually has been very, very nice. So I'm not going to complain. Maybe, yeah, good old notepad. Don't complain at me. Anyway. So yes, this is where I am at currently at the moment. I'm happy for what I am. And just to remind all of you, in my currency, pound sterling, the maximum amount of funds I can have is £1,700. So you might notice this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. They're effectively maxed out. This one right here, I still need to work on it, and I will. Don't worry. And these two as well. I'm confident I can still get the sales in. I'm confident I can actually fill these out. It's still good at the moment. So now, what we want to do is go ahead and figure out what's the difference from here after starting from here? Well, I've already figured that out. So with the main account, the first account, £645, the second account, 448. All right, you get the idea. If you add all of that up, the difference, basically, in just that specific instance, I raised about £7,566, aka just over $10,000 USD. Cool. So, that's just the accounts. Chat, we haven't taken into consideration the things I've bought. So I was pointing this out. There was some interest in the Rush stores. Oh, yes, there was. But when it comes to a point where you're like maxed out on a certain account and you want to continue, well, I have been buying some things. Now, I've had some people help me out, so I've gotten some gifts of some people and whatnot. But let's just quickly talk about this. So, Olympus Revolver, I had to make a move on that. Come on now. You'd be foolish not to. My biggest regret, I didn't buy more. Anyway, I bought 100 of them. Well, I think they've worked out quite all right. Then we had the Popstar bed. I had to make a move on that. Cinetop drop box. It looked like it was going to be okay. Reptile Hunter backpack. I thought, yeah, I could give it a shot. Oh, I wish I bought more of them anyway. I bought 5 more Popstar beds. A certain someone here wanted some. That with an extra 15 Olympus revolvers. So basically, you notice that as time has gone on, I was buying more and more things. Skull helmets. What's that all about? Oh, that's Sandbox. I'll have to make another video talking about Sandbox. If you go ahead and look at what these are selling for right now, you'd be incredibly surprised. Stream prizes. Every Rust rotation stream I do, we buy skins from Rust, or we give them away. You get the idea. I only bought 10 Blackout Handmade Denim G's. I bought 30 Cell Road Sign gloves. Blah 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 blah. 30 Heat Seeker Seps, 10 Neon Card Small Boxes, blah 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 blah. 30 Porcelain Sheet Metal Double Doors, 20 Pirate Beds, blah 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 blah. TF2 paint, 200 Gingerbread Sheet Metal Double Doors, Sandbox skins, Sandbox skins, Sandbox skins, Sandbox skins. Now we move on to Counter-Strike. 2 Glock Axia Factory News, about $300 each. Butterfly Knife Law Field Tested, that was about $900. Talon Knife Ultraviolet Field Tested, oh, that's about $400. Bought a game, bought 3 little rainbow spoons and whatnot. You get the idea. So if you know Counter-Strike, you could probably tell I bought some interesting things. 2 M4 Fades Factory New, 3 M4 Hellishes. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been interesting. So, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. Okay, so how much does all of this add up to? Chat? We had a little wager, didn't we? Let's just quickly show this on stream. So I asked everybody just before I got started yapping about all of this, and they love listening to me yap. I asked them, how much did you reckon Hedge raised in total? 12,000, 16,000, 20,000, or 24,000, right? Yeah. What we closest to? Chat, drum roll, please. Okay. I can confirm to you, with all the purchases, okay? This is just the other half of the things, all right? I bought about $10,000 worth of things, all right? So £8,070 worth of stuff. Yep, I like my stuff. And I have bought an extra few things here and there for myself. So, all right, cool. So what does all of that add up to? £15,636, basically just over $20,000. Chat, the answer is $20,000. So close to 21,000, but if only I could sell some more. Well, I will do. But over the course of 2 months, boom, that's what we've reached. So that is the funds raised, okay? Now, in terms of, out of all of that, what was it? Out of all of that, what was profit? Yes, I don't know. I have no idea. I know for a fact, based on like what I usually offer for certain skins and what I take away from it, I know it's profit. I'm happy I got profit. Profit's profit. Be happy with profit. But I can't keep track of every single thing I have. Sorry, I can't. Buy orders that come in every day. Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right. Now, again, I could look at like the things I've sold. I could go back and look at all my previous Abnormal Barders videos and see what prices I offered. You get the idea. But yeah, I'm just going to nod. All right. But compared to all the previous videos of the past, talking about post-Christmas, and with this being the second, like the follow-up video, this is the highest I've ever reached. Now, the next question, and the next thing we'll question chat in terms of a little wager. How many skins did I actually manage to sell? And so, as we switch over to here, so can I close this? Thank you very much. Yep. 55,345 skins in total on November 16, 2025. But how many? How many skins did I sell since then? And of course, don't forget, I have also picked up buy orders as well. In the batch of like the numbers of things I bought there, assorted buy orders was some of the things you would have noticed there. I have still received a lot of buy orders. How much do you reckon? Pause the video, guess right now. And then, of course, let's go ahead and find out. Let's unprivate the account. Okay, so this should now be public. People should be able to see it. And I was trying to sign in, but seems we got a bit of a problem. So I have signed in. As you'll see there, top right, it still thinks that I'm at 96,556. That should be different now. I'm trying to sync it, but we got problems. I'm hoping... Yeah, we might be here for a while. Okay, so that's not working. We'll use the backup. So we've got Rust help. I've logged in, and I can force a refresh. Boom. I'm a human, I think. I think so. Are we human? Are we dancers? But I can't. So did you do it? Oh my. Okay. Well, look at that. 43,038. However, we should actually add up certain things, but I don't think it really matters too much. So I went from 55,000 to 43,000. I've lost about 12,500. I will sit here and say I'm signed into some other accounts, although I was signed into this earlier. You can see I've got like some non-tradable skins here. If you add all of that up together, like honestly, if you were to go through all of these, add all of them up together, I think I've maybe probably got like an extra few hundred that like stuck that I can't trade over from other accounts. I will acknowledge that some of the other skins that you see here do happen to be in multiples. So yeah, in this particular instance, this account actually has a lot of like Twitch drops and kick drops. So I can't really count all of that. But as I flick through here, you might notice that I do have some non-marketable skins that I bought like so. So it's a bit awkward. But to be honest with you, yeah, and then you look at all the ones that are marketable, and you got like batches of 60 there and whatnot. Like, I could easily just probably sit here and say I could probably add an extra 500 to 1,000 skins. Okay, so we're back. We figured it's probably best to actually do the trade. And it was probably a smart idea because I had about 1,600 skins on the other account. Now, on the other accounts, it does add up to a fair bit more, but not really that much. Like, the other accounts only have, like, several skins. At most, one account has, like, 76. That's not marketable. And so we did add all of it up, and, well, basically, the difference appears to be 10,600, but if you probably add maybe an extra 150, yeah, it's over 10,500. We'll go with that. So we did the prediction. Congratulations to all the people that managed to get the closest answer, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's that, I guess. Over 10,000 skins sold. And I've lost my hair over this. I mean, was it truly worth it? So, like, honestly, for all the people out there still questioning, is it okay to jump in and try out investing into Ruskins and whatnot? Yeah, you just got to do it at the right time. So once we start, like, rolling into March and April time, if you got the funds, start making moves. And if you're already involved, you know exactly what to do. Especially with Christmas skins, don't forget. Because if you quickly switch back over to here, if you go back to the past, so if we just go back a good few weeks, how are those Christmas skins currently holding up? Well, these are doing quite all right, but the rest of them, oh, okay then. And then, of course, if you go to the second week, it's a lot more in the red. Oh my. But of course, with anticipation to next year's Christmas, well, that might be a very interesting, tasty-looking long-term investment, especially the beds. We don't have any other Christmas beds. That's being manipulated. I'm sure many of you are fully well aware of it. I made a short video discussing that. So, all right, cool. So, has anybody else here kept track of how they've been progressing with their sales and whatnot? Of course, I've been doing that with my special... there's me doing a trade. Of course, with my post-Christmas 2026 video series. This will be the last one, though, this very video right here. But, of course, you can see me from the very beginning, back in March 2025, pointing out maybe it's a good time to consider investing, all the way through up to this point. So it's Christmas and post-Christmas. Pretty successful. So over 10,000 skins sold, over $20,000 worth of skins sold. Awesome. You might not be as crazy as this, but still getting involved, you can still earn quite a lot. And, you know, with those Steam Decks coming out fairly soon and whatnot, I mean, that might be fun. Not Steam Decks, Steam machines. And, of course, you know, the brand new Valve indexes and whatnot. Wireless. And the prices of RAM today, oh my, maybe that Steam machine might be worth it. We'll see. Anyway, so that'll be kept there as a nice, like, thing to learn from, a memento. This is how it went from the 2025 early point all the way up to right now, January 2026. I'm a little bit rambly, I'm sorry. I've been a bit all over the place just trying to record this because I just spent a while trying to do that trade. Oh, why did you put yourself in such a silly position? And chat, I believe that's the first 24 hours of sales right there. So, yeah, all is good. Well, okay, well, that's a discussion for later with regards to that Rustor. But right now, prices in general, they're still holding up quite nicely, which means it's still a perfectly fine time to consider selling. I can see some people actually bought out the fisherman clothing. So, yeah, if you look over to here, someone's made a move on that. It's not a massive pump yet, but it is an already in-demand batch of skins. So someone made a move. Look at the barders. They're not currently matching up to it. Let's turn on Steam Inventory Helper just to see a little bit more. But, yeah, look at the listed price. Look at the barders. If someone's just walked in and tried to make it look more valuable simply by buying it, as time goes on, it'll most likely equalise and just go back down to around there. Don't be surprised. And again, March and April is expected. So I bring this up because someone keeps asking me about it. Well, there's your answer. Someone just bought out stock. Simple as. So, yep, have fun trying to get those sales in. Have fun buying skins. We had quite the discussion with the recent Rustor. So this one, you could still consider making some purchases. But with this one, I did buy like 200 of these, 100 of these. Hey! I just lost about 10,000 plus skins. I've got to get them all back now. So, yeah. Time to start all over again. Yippee! So, thank you very much for getting involved. Thank you very much for, you know, keeping track along with me. And, yeah, you can still get those sales in whilst you can. Player count today, still very good. This weekend, still likely will hold up. And we'll see how things turn out with February time. Maybe I could do another special video just keeping track of the player count, keeping track of the prices. Couldn't hurt, but that is essentially a wrap-up with this little sort of like test, I guess you could say. I do it every year. November to January. The progress was great. Post-Christmas was great, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Have fun with the profit, have fun buying games, and yeah, have fun buying yourself a full set of camouflage if you feel like it. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.